In this video, I'll be reacting to some options advertisements online. In the past few years, there's been a lot of options online advertisements all around the internet. I thought it would be interesting to react to these options trading ads as an options trader myself. A disclaimer here, I've only learned options in the past year. I personally have not actually went for all these kind of options trading workshops, but I'll be interested to know how they market it because in general, I don't have a very good inkling of how they market options now that I've been in options. I'll just be reacting to some of these videos here. And more importantly, this is not a this video is just for me to understand things from a marketing perspective. I myself am a performance marketer, which means that I actually run these ads online, not specifically for options related workshops, but I thought it'd be interesting for me to react as an options trader to these kind of advertisements. The first ad that I'll be reacting to would be from this channel called Anytime Investor. I'm not sure what his name, but let's go on and begin.
The most difficult part about trading is finding the right stocks to trade.
He says that the most difficult thing when trading is to find the right stocks to trade. I would really agree. Recently, I actually watched this podcast from Adam Khoo, who is one of the finance gurus in Singapore, and he was on a podcast with a lot of finance YouTubers. And one thing he mentioned that there's a difference between trading and investing. My perspective when it comes to trading, right, it is always like a more advanced thing when it comes to investing. And if you're a person that has not actually invested and don't understand the concept of investments, right, then I'll actually deter people away from trading because I think trading is a higher level of investing. So investing is something that you do over the long haul, while trading is something you use to take advantage of short-term market fluctuations. I'll link a podcast I listened to from Adam Khoo with all these finance YouTubers because I thought it was very interesting.
I'm talking about the stocks that are about to go up. What if I told you it's actually very easy? Yep.
So this is actually one of the general issues I have with marketing options, right? But then again, as a marketer, I empathize that he needs to make these kind of claims to say that options trading is very easy or trading in general is very easy, right? In my opinion, right, I think trading is one of the hardest things that you can ever do, not because of the technical knowledge that you need to learn about trading, but it's more of the mindset and psychological response when you see a trade not going your way. I understand where he's coming from when he's saying it's very easy, but how I will market it, right? And this is the reason why I'm probably the worst marketer ever, right? Because if I were to ever sell anything related to options trading, right, I'll immediately tell people that this is one of the most difficult things that you embark in your life rather than saying it's very easy. That's my general issue with all these kind of options trading ads because in my opinion, I think any great options trader will tell you, right, there's a lot of risk when it comes to it. Of course, there are systems that you put in place to mitigate your losses. Saying that it's very easy, it's a good way to capture people who are interested in this money-making opportunity.
Yep. That's because there are only less than 10 stocks that are right stocks at any given one time.
When he says that there are only less than 10 stocks that are the right stocks at any given one time, in my opinion, it's a very subjective thing. But of course, this is an advertisement, right? You're not supposed to go into very deep detail. You're supposed to hook the user in trying to redirect the person to a landing page, right? I don't really agree with that, but then again, it's very subjective, so he's definitely not wrong here.
All you have to do is to find these stocks and get above average returns from the market for yourself.
I think to beginners, right, this might be also a little bit misleading. Above average returns, right? They use very vague kind of descriptions. When you're saying above average returns, right, I want to know exactly how much. It might possibly be in the ad later down the road. So yeah, I might be overly critical of every sentence that he's saying right now.
Like Ting, who has never traded options before, yet she made 12% on her first trade, all within 24 hours. That adds up to 120% profits in just after 10 days.
When it comes to this, right, the fact is, yes, this can definitely happen when you make a few trades within 10 days, right? My pet peeve with these kind of things, right, is that I'm just sharing from my experience as a beginner options trader who have picked up options in the past 6 or 7 months, right? You can make a lot of money in a single trade. What many people don't tell you about options trading, right, is that you can lose a lot in a few trades as well. To get 120% profit in 10 days, right? If he tells me that you can get 120% profits in 365 days, right? My God, then I'll be interested in that. But of course, I understand this is an advertisement. You need to hook in people, right? The one thing I would caution anyone who is new to options trading, right, is that consistency is the most important thing. You can actually earn a lot in a few single trades, but it's also the trades that wipes you out, which are the more important ones. There's another options YouTuber I'm a big fan of, which is called Options Millionaire. He actually got a quote from the Wolf of Wall Street, right? This YouTuber quoted the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort. There's this phrase, I don't want people to judge me on my winners, but I want people to judge me on my losers just because I have so few. That's actually the most important thing when it comes to options trading, in my opinion, right? Don't judge yourself on the winners, but judge yourself based on the losers that you have. Because even for myself, right, the biggest mistakes that I've made when it comes to options trading is actually not managing my losses, and that's a very, very important thing. Then again, I go back to the fact that this is an advertisement. It's supposed to bait you in, right?
Oh, Wyatt, who has joined me in May, in just one.
So there's this part where he says there's a 9 win and 1 loss as well. Okay, so I think this is a little more realistic, right? You're showing the total win rates as well. I would say this is maybe more realistic picture to show that there are losses involved. But then again, if you created a YouTube advertisement to tell people, are you comfortable with the risk of losing money to make even more money? Something like that, right? That will probably be one of the worst YouTube ads ever.
Or Wyatt, who has joined me in May. In just 1 month later, he has already made 10 trades and profited from 9 of them. That's a 90% win rate. Or how about Uma? He took 5 trades and all of them gave him profits.
When it comes to all these social proof, right, again, I'm generally a very skeptical person, right? I would love to see more volume. Out of 100 trades, out of 200 trades, right? What is your winning rate? What is your winning percentage? What is your annualized return? That's something that will convince a very skeptical person like me to really pay attention to these strategies that he's saying in his particular workshop. If he said 5 trades gave him profits, right, it's very easy to get profits with 5 trades. What can you do to be super consistent? I'll repeat again, this is just an advertisement and this is just me being overly critical. These are things that I would think about when I see these kind of ads as an options trader myself.
All within the same month.
Notice that it says all within the same month. This is also a very crucial thing because when options trading, right, there are some months that you do very well and some months that you do extremely terribly. It really depends on your decisions that you make on the market itself, right? So I'll be interested to see this from a more holistic standpoint over a 12-month basis, over a 24-month basis, right? What are your annualized returns when it comes to options trading? That's the most important thing.
All just by picking from this basket of the right stocks. Want to find out what they are and how you can spot them in less than 5 minutes of your time?
He said spotting stocks in less than 5 minutes, right? This is something that I actually agree. You can actually screen stocks at a very fast pace to understand what are the criteria that you want to sell options on. But then he's being a little vague right now because he needs to redirect you to the landing page and to his workshop. One thing about options trading that I like, right, is that you actually don't have to spend a lot of time. You earn based on your decisions and not based on your time, not like a full-time salary employee, right? So that's actually one of the main reasons why I'm fascinated with options. That's one misconception about options trading. You need to spend like 2 hours, 3 hours trading. Not really. I think 1 hour to 1.5 hours per day would be good enough.
Come to my upcoming weekly options workshop. Click on the button or link around this video to...
If I can share one of my expertise from a performance marketer, right? So if you guys don't know, I actually run online ads for the biggest brands on earth, right? So actually there's a call to action here which tells people to click on the button above. One of the reasons why you actually see all these kind of options ads so often, right, is because of this particular ad buys. There are many settings where you can run this ad on, right? But in general, the advertiser only pays when someone clicks on the video or watches until the 30-second mark of the video. If you are like most people who skip all these videos, right, these people are actually not paying for the advertisements. So that's actually one fascinating marketing tool that I feel that these people are really leveraging on. They are really doing a very good job in trying to get the awareness out of whatever product or service that they're trying to sell. So I think kudos to them. I think whoever who is running YouTube ads or helping them run YouTube ads, right, is definitely doing quite a good job.
To sign up for free right now. During the online workshop, I'm going to be showing you the fastest, easiest, and also the safest way to...
Not to say I have an issue with fastest, easiest, and safest. Of course, these are things that you need to tell your potential customers to lure them in terms of attending your workshop, right? Probably if I was doing this ad, right, if I ever did like an options workshop, right, I'll put like a terms and conditions somewhere. So I don't really see any terms and condition anywhere. Yeah, fastest, possibly you can do options trading very fast. Easiest, yeah, maybe, but safest, truth to be told, right, at least the date I'm recording this right now is 7th January. The markets are really, really volatile. So I would even dare say it's hard for me to say that anything's the safest nowadays. But then again, this is an advertisement.
To make winning trades every single week. That's right, every week. You'll know exactly what to do to make your first winning trade.
When it comes to the first winning trade, right, actually I do agree with him. The most important thing for anyone to do when it comes to options trading, right, is just to make your first winning trade. And more importantly, right, you need to educate yourself in this front, whether if it's attending workshops like this or whether if it's just browsing YouTube for all the information out there. In my opinion, right, there's actually a lot of very, very good materials online already where you actually don't have to attend workshops. But then again, of course, because there's a live instructor training, right, there's always value in a person who knows options trading. If you can ask him or her questions on the spot, that'll be really, really great. I know I'm more of a scrappy person, so I actually do learn most of my options education online. There are many free resources out there like the YouTube videos from Adam Khoo. There's this YouTube channel called Tasty Trades. There's this YouTube channel called Options Millionaire. There's another video from this channel called Kelvin's Learns Investing. It's actually there where I first picked up options.
Click on the button or link around this video to sign up at this moment right now. I'll see you really, really soon.
That's a video for now. So if I do click on the link, right? Yeah, I would say it's a standard landing page for people to learn more about this as well. I would love to actually attend it just to get an insider perspective because it's in 3 days. Maybe I can record it. Yeah, let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a reaction series to the workshop if I do join, right? But yeah, I think everything else is quite standard. They usually give a lot of free stuff, which is very, very good. Weekly options playbook. Okay, one issue I do have with this, right? Even for myself, right? I don't even trade weekly options. I feel like weekly options is a little bit risky in my opinion because that leaves you little time for the stock to move. He seems very experienced. He seems to have taught a lot of people options trading, which is quite fascinating. Of course, there's a disclaimer. There's all these details here. Okay, Terence, who has helped thousands of individuals create over 5 million investments income since 2011. Wow, very experienced. He has more than 19 years of trading experience in relation to stock and 17 years in stock options, futures, commodities, and forex. Few trainers as well versed as he is. Of course, nothing in this world is free, right? When you go for these workshops, there will be a sales pitch as well. They also share a good amount of content during these kind of workshops. So I think that's a great thing as well.